Welcome to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. We have a treat for you tonight. Boise State's R6 team will be facing off into their elimination bracket. Season's been going on very strong on the background, but they are now in dire straits, going against the top seed in the third best division?
Second best division.
Second best division, the Champions Division. Boise State is looking to stay alive the best that they can. Welcome. My name is Jared Barrett-Turcaciglione, and joining me on the desk, Brandon Berlad. Hello.
Yeah, exciting times to be back on the desk and no longer on the couch over there.
It is very comfortable though, so I can't.
Being able to actually like look and talk to you and people can know we're
looking over all these statues is kind of a burden.
All of our trophies.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
We're just that good. It's pretty cool, but Rainbow Six Siege.
Rainbow Six Siege again.
We haven't seen it in over a semester.
It's been a minute, but again, still happening, still in the background. So there has been some high highs and some low lows. Boise State's roster. You were talking about it before. Brand new. You said all freshmen, so really eager to get themselves on the
we do have one recurring face. Our very own Danny, who has casted with us in the past, is sticking on the team for one last hoorah. But the rest of the players are all brand new. This is a team that I have put together and coached for the first time. That was very exciting, and I'm happy with how it turned out. We did get to the second highest division in the league, and we won our first two preliminary matches, had a very strong showing, and then we went up against people and we're like, oh, this is very high. Like, let's see how we do. And so now we're fighting tooth and nail. We're fighting the top seed in our division, Purdue White, who has, I believe, gone undefeated. And since this is a pre-recorded match, we have some things to look forward to. The first map is Oregon, kind of the division favorite for the entire season. It's been well thought out ever since it was reworked. And this is the patch before Osa, or after she had come out, but she's not allowed in the rules, and before Thorn has come out. So some little bit of difference, a little bit of old classic Siege to look forward to, but hopefully we're able to come out on top for this and maintain our position in the league to go into playoffs and play some more games.
Yeah, keep itself alive. And, you know, there's definitely some keys that may be more successful than anything. Docs keys of the game in R6 Siege are know your callouts, start fast on easy prey, disorient with tacticals, and never take a fair fight. I think those are pretty nice highlights to say, if anything.
Yeah, tactical flashbang is definitely utilized. Not as many trophy systems as we see in maybe COD or something, but there's going to be a handful.
And of course, Doxies the Game are presented by Dropping Gaming, premier online platformer for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you are new to the scene or a seasoned veteran like myself, Dropping Gaming has the right games and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at droppinggaming.com.
Seasoned veteran just like yourself, huh?
I've been doing this for a long time. That makes me a seasoned veteran. Whether or not I'm good
all
is
the
a
Siege
different
facts
thing.
then.
Yeah,
seasoned veteran.
I know the best character in the game, Sledge.
That is very true. He is your main, as in the one
only character I own.
Played.
It's either that or Recruit. So
I mean, both are top tier picks, but we're actually going to jump right into round 2.
I like the mute. I like the smoke. What I find interesting though is the buck.
Yeah, the Buck is definitely a choice for this map because he allows so much open in the floor. As we try to resume timer, since we did have Neon finally return from the disconnect as well. But Purdue was able to take the first round, which can kind of be an issue. We know Doc likes to stress how important winning that first team fight or the first round is, and Boise State starting off with a loss is not what you want to see. But the 6 picks coming in, going to go for the Castle from the Mira and from the Nock to the Zafia.
See, Castle, I like that's pretty interesting. No Dokubi though, which is an interesting question too. Has she just fallen out of favor, or
there's just more optimal picks? You know, we do have set strats going into these maps for the Boise State attack as well as the defense. And so going into what they might be defending with, we do see a kind of more traditional hold on the defense. We're going to see the smoke off to the right defending that construction side spawn. We're going to see the Jaeger ADSs everywhere because those are the trophy systems we know and love that everyone needs. That's why he has the highest pick rate in the entire game. But already some drones actually being lost on the side of Boise State, so they lose that kind of surveillance capabilities. And with the recent patch for this game that we're playing, castle got buffed. So he does have now 4 barricades he can throw down, but they're a little bit weaker. They only take 7 hits rather than 11 to destroy.
Right.
You know, some little differences that might make the difference for the game. And with how vertical Siege is, you're going to see a lot of these players playing through all 3 of the multiple floors, but already Boise State's trying to enter in from the junkyard side, do a full clear because the first round probably had a couple issues, and already Boise State's going to lose a member.
Losing a member on the backside. Nice trade, though. 1 for 1. Danny picking up another one. Checking his angles.
Yeah,
Is this not a map to do hard breaches, though?
You can. You just have to get in those right positions. And since they are doing a full clear, you can see that 3-man lineup of Corin, Retrospect, and Danny all set up, trying to push together as, you know, one goes for the scouting. They are going to get your shots through that little floor hole there with that Aruni. The laser gates aren't going to be able to save her, but with that robot arm, she can punch right through the floor and get that sideline.
Doesn't even hurt. Not even a little bit.
Nah, it's just a little bit broken. Like, I have a giant robot arm. I punch a giant hole through wood. It's fine. It's Rainbow Six Siege.
No big deal.
It's like we're playing Overwatch. She's just the new Doomfist, right?
Ah, but can't launch across the map because that would be a little too much.
No,
I
that's
think,
Oryx.
Yeah,
He's a different guy.
He's the Kool-Aid man, actually.
He takes damage while doing it, though, but Retrospect here looking at each other through the wall. Will he see her?
Okay.
A good trade, though. Corin
Yeah,
was able
nice
to pick
trade
up
kill.
one. Make that 2.
And that's an advantage going over to Boise State. It looks like this will be the time they swing into action.
Yeah, they are
Still playing a little bit conservatively, though. 1 remaining, though. Give them the opportunity to maybe go a little bit more aggressive. They're converging.
Oh, he walks right past him. Doesn't even see
the
him.
one behind him. He'll be taken out, but the teammate's there. And Boise State will tie things up 1-1.
Corin with a triple kill that round.
Pretty cool.
He got all the refrags for his team. Definitely when his
freaking laser beams, dude.
Yeah,
there are laser beams in the game now.
Those are laser gates. So if you walk through them, you do take, I believe, 60 points of damage. So more than half.
Wow.
And on top of that, to get rid of them, you have to sacrifice something. So you have to throw something through it.
Oh.
So it might be like you have to throw one of your 3 flashbangs or your own drone.
Is that a disconnect?
Yeah, so he is disconnected. So we'll have to pause and wait for his return because, you know, campus Wi-Fi can only get you so far for these teams. But a good second round, you know, we're 1-1 here against the top-seeded team of our division.
Yeah, showing up a lot. And, you know, as much as it is somewhat a bit of gunplay, there's a lot more going into it. It's proper planning, checking the right angles, making sure that any overexertion is covered by different flanks, and then beyond that, really capitalizing on someone maybe looking just a hair too far to the left or right.
Yeah, so we always have a set group of who's playing who when we're attacking a certain site on the map. So the punches are great to make those rotations that they need as we're returning back to the same site to see if Purdue can maybe change up their defensive strategy to try to counteract how they might be attacking us this time around. So Boise State, they could easily go for the exact same play, but as you mentioned, it comes down to gunplay at that point of who's better clicking on heads.
Right.
And sometimes it can just be a complete guessing game of, well, we don't know because it's luck of the draw. Who turns the corner first, recognizes that, hey, you know, I get the advantage. Your head's going to be, you know, standing up rather than crouched.
Yeah,
And
the TTK in this game is surprisingly fast.
yeah, so if depending on the distance, every gun in the game is a one-shot headshot kill. But you have to, you know, you can't one-shot headshot a pistol from across the map, but they do have their ranges where you might like to see it. So it looks like they're going to go for kind of the split push. 2 on the big tower over on the northeast side of the map, while the remaining 3 have their split. 1 at main entrance, 2 from construction. Definitely the teams of 2 very consistent in Siege, but being a 5-5, you're going to only have so many 2s.
Punch. Left-handed, mind you.
I mean,
give a lot of inclusion to the lefties out there. The southpaws. She punched through the floor and then the wall next to it?
Logic. Don't you know?
That's a big punch.
She's got that reach. She's got all of the reach. Flow like a butterfly, sting like a bee. She got, you know, the reach.
Why can't she shoot out of her arm?
I would love to see that, but at the same time, it's a little bit future tech of like, I have an arm gun. Like, what are you, the Winter Soldier?
Laser gates.
Yeah, but too much logic. It's like we're playing Overwatch, you know? How can she fly?
Can't make any sense.
No, never. Not in a video game, but early engagement.
No one falters just yet, but
kind of even damage between the 2.
And there's no healing on either side either. Neither team has drafted the dock
Yeah, or one of the new operators, Thunderbird, who can also heal for the Defenderbirds.
And she goes like this. Caw!
No.
When they heal, they go like this. Caw! Just
No,
like that, Boise State has fallen 3-4. Not the worst odds. It just goes a little bit of a favorable trade for them to take this back to tie. But back to Thunderbird.
I mean, no, she does not go cacao. But what she does is she set down kind of 3 stationary, I don't want to say Roombas, but they look like a Roomba.
The Roombas.
And they shoot you with healing once you get in proximity
just like
of
that.
them.
That's the trade, and it's going to be a good one. We see the health bars on the side for both teams, and it is still favoring the side of Purdue White.
Yeah, Retrospect
get the
did
res,
go
though.
down. He does only have 20 HP now after being downed. So pretty much any
He's got a
gun,
running
single
gun.
bullet could kill him in 1 to 2. He's going to have to sacrifice that flashbang to get rid of that Aruni gate.
Get out of here.
We'll
laser
see the
gates.
feed, but no shots fired.
Got the toes on lockdown.
See, you'll see a
27
lot
seconds.
of toes in Siege.
A lot of toes in Siege. You got to be able to realize that those pixels are different colors.
The flashbang
Flashbang
coming
is the
out
entry point.
did drop
bit of a
down as
retreat.
well. So 3v3, but we have yet to see Retro get in. The crossfire.
But the cross beams. 2-2. One of them having 1 HP, though. This could be dangerous. And there goes the other one. The last member is going to be the weakest, but Boise State can still turn us around in terms of the eliminations. The time, though, is not of their essence, and Purdue will take this one, going up 2-1 on the map.
Yeah, we saw Hollow Spider had the diffuser there. Boat was taken out in the middle of the hallway.
Whoa.
So he did not have access to it. Retrospect tried his best to close the distance, but as we mentioned, that crossfire could be so dangerous in clearing so many angles at one time with one person.
The open hallway, almost like the cross point. It was a cross. What do they call
Four-way
that?
intersection.
A 4-way intersection, and 2 of them were just shooting bullets down the lane.
Yeah, but Boise State sticking with the operators that they know and love. You know, this is a brand new team and our first season in the
Malusi
NACC, so
coming
we're
through.
definitely trying to nail down, you know, who's in what role, what works
frickin'
best.
Capital?
Yeah,
No.
there's a Capital.
Get him out.
Why? What's wrong with Capital?
No more Capital.
No.
What's the
Capital's
what's
not
her
even
name? The
in
one with the
this.
sniper.
There's 2. There's Glaz and Callie.
Callie. Callie's cool. Not very good on this map, though.
Callie was actually not in this patch, but recently buffed.
Oh,
So
good. Great.
There's a little bit of a sniper meta going on in Siege right now,
Perfect.
which is thankfully not during this match when it was recorded. So
Oh, a revolver. I get it in all the games that I cast that have guns in them.
not just a revolver that shoots shotgun rounds.
Oh,
So it's just that much better.
it's literally a gun made for me. I
Shotgun for
became
the
a
hip
shotgun
fire.
main and a sledge main because he has a shotgun. The moment I got one of the cool fancy snake skins for the shotgun that he's got.
Yeah, he does
shooting
have
snakes.
that classic M100 shotgun that's just pump and dump. You know, you pump it, they're gonna fall to the ground and get some dumps. So
Yeah,
we love that
you like
Siege.
do so much damage they actually poop their pants.
They go flying back. It has good kickback, but
And if that's not gonna work for you, then of course you have a giant hammer to just
or you could just self flashbang yourself like Danny. You know,
That's
really
all part of the
top
strat.
tier plays coming out right now.
It's a bait. He's getting into the minds of Purdue White right now, and it could definitely work.
They can't flashbang you, so I'm gonna do it for you. You know, just-
Yellow's trying to find anybody, but as of right now, doesn't have the right wherewithal. Oh, finally you do break the wall, but the shots will be exchanged.
you
It's
didn't
a
even
large
see him.
auditory cue.
They know each other's there, but the gall's on this man to just not peek. It does see the
Oh,
drone
that was a
thrown
drone,
out.
but he got stuck in the drone cam.
It's a good play. The patience on that man was impressive nonetheless.
The
but
dude waited until he got hit in the head by the drone and said, "Oh, you're over here." Bop, bop, bop.
gotta see that perfect trajectory. It's simple
Can he get
geometry,
one?
don't you? The flashbang on the
Struggling to
ground
find
trying to
him.
prod him. The
Gets
skeleton
him while
key.
he's running around.
There's your shotgun kill.
You
The
gotta get
skeleton-
it.
Powers of Buck having that skeleton key. He's gonna open up the wall, not see the Jaeger, but knows he's there with the bullet. Does end up seeing him
Oh, Danny! Wait, he got the trade for? Oh no, he didn't get the
through the
triple.
floor, by the way.
Through the floor, almost gets. He got some tag damage, not too much though.
Boise
But
State
2 for 1.
does have second floor control though. Will down her.
Shot him in the calf.
Retrospect trying to catch up as we take a look at where
Oh
the
gosh,
kills
not
are
the drone
sitting
cam.
as well. Death sentence, but now he has teammates to watch his back. He wasn't alone. He was just outside that window, so hopefully he will not fall same fate as Korn did.
Harvo looking to just continue to hold these these kind of long angles, knowing that he has to be challenged or they have to be challenged, I think is the right call. You don't have to extend too much when you're on this side of the map. Forcing Boise State to be the proactive ones is the right call.
Yeah, and this is where we have kind of, a minute of time before it's all over. The attackers are comfortable where they're sitting on second floor. They're just waiting for the defenders to maybe make a cheeky pick where they might lose their life. We can see that with the mute on Arvo, kind of slowly creeping around that corner to check that angle. Could definitely cost you your lives, but the proximity alarm will sound off, so he knows he's there.
Oh gosh, so many loud footsteps right around the corner.
On top of the barbed wire as well.
Nice flashbang. We find the kill too. He will get it, and they'll actually find it. Nice trade, and really calling the impatience there for the side of Purdue. They actually ended up putting themselves in a bad position. Hey, us.
That was past us.
This is future us.
Future? We're in the future?
We could be, somewhere.
So who's going to win this game then if it's the future?
Me.
You?
You're
going to come in and win it all?
With Sledge, I'm going to get 10 kills. I'm going to kill both teams. No, I'm killing both 10 teams, or both team members. 10 of them going down to my mighty sledgehammer.
That's how you get an ace if there's only 4 enemies left. You just kill a teammate, you get 5 kills. That's an ace, right? That's how that works.
Yeah, but you were mentioning how this game is super cool and it has the reverse friendly fire aspect, which is super funny.
It's caused some issues. So if you get a friendly fire elimination, that does activate the reverse friendly fire. So that way if you continue to try to murder your teammates, you only take the damage.
Accidentally or not.
It's almost never accidentally, but we will hopefully actually see a little bit of accidental teammate because this team has been known for their shenanigans, being their coach and having to sit in that Discord lobby of, there's some shenanigans going on here.
How much time were you caught scratching your head in that Discord?
Just the face palm of just...
I can't watch you guys scream because my hands are on my head too much. But
when it comes to game time, they got that sweaty comms. The shirt,
sweaty comms.
Always gotta love the sweaty comms, especially in Siege, because everyone just yells comms, comms when they need to listen for those toes, the steps. So the sweaty comms is alive and well in this game.
Yeah, and audio is a huge part in this entire game, despite it being loud and cacophonous with all the guns. It's important to know where maybe the gunshots are coming from.
Yeah, I mean, we do have that a little bit in Call of Duty, but that's very much a run-and-gun game where Siege is like, I'm going to sit here, camp in a corner, and that's like the meta of the game. Whereas Call of Duty, it's not encouraged.
It's perfect.
It's the perfect game.
Camera down.
That's why we see shotgun so often, because if there's corner campers, you just turn the corner and blast them away.
Open up. It's us.
Yeah.
It's the Boise State squad rolling in.
Purdue is also defending the same site, so Boise State can go for the same attack plan, whereas Purdue is going for a different defensive strat, only having 2 members be on second floor. Last time they had 3. Told you.
Gets his little pinky toe out of the way just in time.
Very little life remaining for Hollow Spider.
Yeah, he ain't got many toes left on that foot, I don't think.
I don't think he's got a foot left after that.
Right, yeah.
He's got a nub
He's still
at
up,
best.
propping himself up with a gun like a cane.
It's
still
his new
alive,
crutch. Boise State's having a very slow push, but all 5 members stacked up in one area.
This is a crossover episode. True. I don't know how, but...
I mean, after a long-awaited, we finally got it back on the menu. Rainbow Six Siege is here.
Oh, that stupid plywood. Get out of my way. I'm trying to shoot these guys.
Gotta love the Rainbow Six Siege servers. Some things are client-side, some things are server-side. And
fair.
Debris is just never one to agree with.
Oh, debated by the drone. Danny will find yet another one. Definitely probably top of the frag board. Mercado being found out. Goes for the reload. You don't want to have that button binded. And Danny will find yet another one. Unbind your reload right now. Pog, exactly.
Yeah, as this is a pre-recorded match, we are going to see possibly a couple players in the chat, including Hollow Spider himself, saying it was a Pog thing. He still has his foot, though. So
still has a foot. It's the most important part.
Is it in a shooting game you want to have your foot compared to, like hand on the trigger?
Shots through the floor and the ceiling will be traded, but Boise State will lose out on that one.
Can he do it again, though?
Lose another foot?
Well, no. No, maybe. He has enough life to.
He's got like a couple more toes left. Oh, goodness gracious. Danny low on health. Neon the only one with full HP. The flashbang.
Round 2,
looks like Purdue can also do that. The flashbang yourself move. Boise State's been called in action 2-2. Health bars favoring barely by an inch just Purdue, but it's a 1v2.
Shotgun.
Here comes the up-close battle. Can Arvo find this?
15 seconds to
He's
go.
got one of the preferred weapons in my book for these close quarter combat options.
Also has the 150 round LMG. Gonna see if he can get it.
Oh, yep, that's a shotgun.
How far do you think the body flies, though? That's the real
Let's
question.
watch.
One. There he goes.
Oh, across the room. To be fair, though, that was the perfect time to do a wide swing.
100%. Because he heard the first initial shots come out from that LMG.
Right.
He knew he was right there.
Yeah.
Because, as we mentioned, audio is a huge part of this game. So swinging with a shotgun, you win that 9 out of 10 times unless he was aiming for that head level, but he was just aiming a bit too low.
Tachanka.
New face. We haven't seen it, but he could be 6 picked away.
Actually, can't see his face.
You can see the eye slits.
Tachanka. Best name in the game.
Lord Tachanka, as the community knows him. He even
Why?
has a skin for Lord Tachanka, just because
Does he
of
have
how
a
much of a
crown?
meme he is. I mean, he can on a skin, but skins aren't allowed in this mode as they
What?
kind of... They could be
gun
game
skins
breaking.
are?
Yes. Gun
Why?
skins don't change, but your operator... There are skins in the game that where... You've played Warzone. You know the Rose skin and how broken that was?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Still
is the same
broken.
thing. Yeah, it's like the same thing in Siege.
Whoa,
They have
laser
the Rose
gates.
skins. With the robot... So, she doesn't shoot bullets, but she shoots the laser gates out of her robot arm.
That's
So,
pretty cool.
You
But the
kinda
laser
get
gates
it.
do damage. Why doesn't
Yes,
she
they do
just
like
shoot
half your
lasers
health.
out of her hand? Why is she not Iron Man just shooting a laser beam out of her wrist?
That might be a little bit broken.
Unibeam.
Unibeam came from his chest. The repulsor beams were from his hand. That was a total nerd
What
moment.
if it just did damage to
10
structures?
seconds remaining.
Like a lot of it. Like she was a hard breacher because she just melted things with her wrist.
I mean, but at that point, you just have the blowtorch.
Yeah, exactly. But also,
Maverick.
blowtorch
But
or
she's a
wrist
defender.
laser?
She's a defender, which has the reinforcements versus the attackers that don't have it. So
You
it's
just
kind of
ruin your own reinforcements.
counterintuitive. Exactly. It was planned.
Boise State keeping up really, really well. 2-3. Only one round behind on this map against, again, the first seed.
The
See maybe a
classic,
tactical pause.
classic lag of Ubisoft. You know, the game's
Classic.
only been out for like 5 years. You know,
Small
it's a
indie
small
company.
Exactly. Same with Blizzard. There's gonna be bugs. They can't fix everything.
They can't be prepared for everything.
Of course not.
Can't
After
have perfect
5
net
years,
code
but
or anything like that.
coming in with classic player Fearless Fox in the chat.
Wow. Classic player.
Classic.
Uh-oh.
Gotta
It-
love
oh,
the
no, it
Siege
crashed.
crash.
What do you
times?
mean?
Siege crashes. Every game crashes, right? Right? After being out for 5 years, games crash, right?
Not all games.
Ho-
When was the last time you
Siege.
saw Dead Cells
Siege.
crash?
We love Siege.
Siege. You know, the reason why it crashed is a distinct lack of a man with a hammer in both sides.
It knows.
It knows that the call's here, and you must answer.
Do you know what we haven't seen? Smoke grenades.
True.
Some callbacks to
I've
our
already
giving
seen a
games Call of
revolver,
Duty
so I
cast.
can't. Hashtag big check.
I mean, Duck's got it at his office. I saw it earlier today.
It needs to be around, to be honest.
Just staple it to the wall. It's gonna be
Wear
classic.
it. Make a suit out of it. A suit of
Not
armor.
that big. It's not really flexible either.
No, you cut it into pieces and just wear it.
That kind of defeats.
You have
the-
4 little
Then
slivers.
it's not
be the
really a big check
sleeves and
anymore. At that point, it's like
A big suit.
it wouldn't be a big suit.
Hashtag check suit. Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Well, speaking of trying to cash checks, Boise State still trying to keep themselves afloat. 2-3, not too risky. It's the first to 7.
Must
on
win
this
by
game
2.
mode. You have to win by 2. Volleyball rules. It's the origination of that. Volleyball rules. People are
long
like,
as you
oh,
know
it's
that."
Valorant rules. I'm like, no, it's volleyball.
Yeah, Valorant's a bit
real
too
sport.
new school, but it looks like Purdue White did take that round. As we
Aw,
weren't able to
shucks.
record it since the game crashed. They did continue
Well,
to
you know
play
what that
it.
means?
Sludge-
Tachanka's got a 100% win rate.
Thunderbird.
Thunder.
But we are going to see
Oh,
new
Flores.
operators first. An operator we haven't seen first season. He's allowed in.
Yeah.
So, for new
He's
friendly
French,
face.
if I'm not mistaken, right?
Should be.
What is his thing? What's his motive? Why do you
His
pull into
specialty
Flores?
is he has a drone that explodes.
Yeah,
So he has
and it does how much damage? 60,
no.
100.
I don't know. I haven't played Flores.
Well,
He's
as a
usually
resident
banned.
Flores main myself,
No, we all know who your main is.
Sledge,
Clash.
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 I could never do that to somebody.
Just electrocute him from
Just
death
have
while
a
you're
shield that
standing
you
behind.
can't shoot through and also kills you.
It's It's just a little broken. It's fine.
But not being played currently.
I know they're missing out right now, but Boise State now on the defense after the 6 rounds. So key thing in Sieges, after you play 6 rounds, the sides do swap. So Boise State on their first defender round, new strat coming out here. We're going to have the the Jaeger, the Thunderbird, the Alibi, and then both operators from the same division of Smoke and the Mute. So trying to be the anti-drone and the anti-zoning. Going kids' bedroom first sight as well, not going for that basement that we saw so consistently from Purdue White. But also on the side of Purdue White, we're going to see some faces like that Flores, who could be the game changer of taking out many objects with his explosive drone. So thankfully, they have the Mute Jammers to kind of counteract that, but classic Siege waiting game. Who's going to make the first move? Who's going to be able to peek their head and lose that engagement? He hears the drone but doesn't see it, so he's going to go searching for it. No, wrong drone. The drone that explodes is a giant silver thing. No, there's miles difference. One looks like a miniature tank. That's the sound of an exploding drone. Got to take out his deployable shield, so Boise State lost some cover.
Losing some cover, but again, information gathered regardless. And I think what they're doing on the side of Boise State is really important. They're forcing the proactivity to come out of the attacking side. And Purdue, I mean, the more that they waste doing whatever they're doing currently, it's only going to take time out of their bank.
Yeah, so the way the map picks were, since Purdue is the higher seed, they got to pick their map first. They picked Oregon, so we get to pick which side we wanted first. We picked the defending. Clones? Yeah, so that's Alibi's specific as she throw down holograms of herself, and if an enemy either passes through or shoots them, it reveals the enemy's location. As you can see, that's where Flores with his exploding drone.
It's timed?
Yeah, it's got a 10-second timer.
Balanced.
So there it goes to explode to take out as many gadgets as he can with that Mute Jammer as well as the deployable shield. Lost. Boise State going to lose it, but
they're coming.
Ace with those charges going to open up the wall the most he can, so they do have access to the bomb site now. They can get into that corner to his left. They can plant the bomb, but first blood going over to Boise State.
Big surprise, Danny yet again taking up the kills.
Yeah, he's definitely that fragger, the highest ranked player on the team, star player. We've seen him from previous seasons. But
man, just snagged the name Danny too. I mean, that's pretty cool.
That BSU.
Well, yeah, but still. I'm sure it was Danny before.
It was.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if Siege allows overlapping names or not.
Oh.
Because Steam allows it, and Siege can be through Steam, so I'd be surprised if they denied it.
Right. Oh, a trade on the other side.
2 down for Boise.
Actually.
Gets the smoke kill.
The deadly smoke, can't breathe that. That's another kill going through, and here comes the utility and tacticals across the board. Bunk beds will be accessed.
1 alive for Purdue White. Gets the plant down as well.
They got to challenge it. They have no other options, but they will remove him. Are they safe to get this diffuser taken down?
Well, we see the classic cheeky plays of Boise State.
It stinks in here. Wait.
There we go.
Oh.
They had the defuse. They won the round, so might as well just kill your teammate in the classic Siege tradition.
Now, the anti-friendly fire is activated. Why would you do that? Now, if you accidentally shoot your teammate, you're going to hurt yourself.
It might have been the first defense, so 3 strikes, you're out. So we'll have to wait and see if that will continue, as it is kind of the classic Boise State shenanigans. But now, the very own Zero from Splinter Cell coming in.
I can understand why Purdue White was #1 seed. That man right there.
He's got the sledge.
Got the sledge,
man
baby.
With the plan.
He's coming in. They stick with Flores, so it's completely removing so many options for these barricades to halt them. I think they want to be able to play a little bit more aggressive with a little bit more free room. Having both Flores and Sledge could really offer them the opportunity to do that. What's the guy on the right there? Mr. Feelgood Inc.? Who's that?
So that is Zero. He is the main protagonist from Splinter Cell.
Okay.
Whose name I completely forgot.
Zero.
It's Sam something.
Sam Zero.
Sure.
Is that Fletcher?
Fletcher? Ned's here?
Oh, you don't know the names? How's it not Fletcher?
It starts with an S.
Sam?
Sam. I don't know. It's not that important. The fact is, Zero's special ability is he can shoot cameras through walls that also shoot a laser.
5 seconds to insertion.
So
More
he
lasers.
can shoot a laser.
It's a one-time thing, though.
Only has one?
Yeah. So each camera that he deploys that can go through reinforced barricades, unreinforced through floors. It's a camera on both sides, and it can one time shoot a laser to, say, destroy a gadget, something along those lines. So you got to listen to where he shoots it, where it's going to appear, as all the Jaegers try to prevent that shield from being destroyed, but they're going to lose it all. So Purdue White's pushing through construction.
Again, they picked up the pace. They want to play a little bit more aggressive this time, and so far,
It's working out.
they're able to go wherever they want.
It's because they got that sledge.
It really could be the sledge. Oh, that didn't help. Wait, oh.
That was sledge. He's gone.
That was sledge. He didn't have his hammer out. That's his fault.
I don't
As a
think
sledge main
he's not
myself,
Thor. He can't block bullets with his hammer.
you can throw the hammer.
I don't think that's how that works.
Good.
But
Here comes the drone.
3v4 right now, but now it's 2v4. Boise State now looking to get on their second defensive round. Now it's a 1v4.
It's a 1v4. It's possible. They know where you are,
1v3?
though. Oh. A
Didn't
little
have the
bit of
range.
misclick there. Got the shoulder as opposed to the headshot there.
Yeah, that's one of the big issues running those operators like Smoke and Mew. They have that primary shotgun to open up all those rotations, but their secondary with the Mac 11, very high rate of fire and uncontrollable. It's
Not
great
very,
close range,
yeah.
but
Super spread.
unless you get that one-shot headshot, you are not going to usually win that engagement.
Sledge again.
Thunderbird again.
Thunderbird. Yeah!
Every time?
Yeah!
Every time?
Mostly every time.
Nice. We did see the scoreboard there for a second, but
The
pretty
Goyo,
much-
huh?
Yeah, Goyo's actually been returning in the meta, which is really weird for especially Oregon, because he does have those deployable shields that also explode and fire. So even if you do lose
Jeez.
that pushing momentum, you get the zoning capabilities of there's fire now.
Purdue doesn't seem to appreciate the value that Flores has, so it's off the table. And now the explodey side will be that of Boise State's for those explosive shields. See
But
if
no
they are able to
Flores
use
this
it.
time around,
No
so they're
Flores,
sticking
yeah,
with
so
the
nothing
buck.
to just kind of sacrifice himself running into.
Yeah, maybe didn't get as much value from the Flores as they
Just
wanted to
throw the
last time.
sledge. Sledge is just a meat bag anyway, so just throw your sledge into these exploding
Yeah,
walls.
but if you need a meat bag, why not just bring Monty, the human drone?
Because he doesn't have a hammer.
Instead, he has a human-wide shield. He's just
You know what they
Clash,
say?
but on attackers end is worse.
A great offense makes a better defense.
I mean, that would explain why Purdue White won last round.
Wow. Explosions. And
Explosions.
Sledge that did effectively nothing.
He
the whole
died
time.
first blood, died Sledge.
If you could just
but
throw the hammer, I think he'd be fine.
I think that would be broken.
Why?
I mean, first, how much damage would it do? Just instant down a
No, you
person?
just like disorient them because you hit them and they'd be like, whoa, this guy by a hammer, bro.
Then they could just hip fire as you have to, like,
Can't
charge
see.
them.
You got hit in the head with a hammer. You're
But you have to hit the
dazed.
head first.
Yeah, that's true.
What if he just throws it at your knee, breaks your leg, and you just go down?
You can't walk. Depends on what body part you get hit by.
That'd be interesting, but I think that's way
Hits
too
you in
many
the chest?
mechanics for Siege.
Hits you in the chest.
You're
Can't
down.
sprint as long.
Danny gets first blood, though.
Big surprise.
With
Able
a
to-
shotgun, no less.
Well, big surprise there. Shotgun's the best weapon type.
But it is a slug. So that was Zero's camera. It's attached to the wall. Just have that high pitch of, you know, whizzing on, turning
Laser
on.
beams arming.
I mean, practically, but it gets taken out immediately.
What was that?
It's taking out the ADSs because it got in sight. There goes the grenade launcher. New
Ah, but of
sidearm
course.
added.
What is that?
That is.
What is all this?
It's all new things. So they added new hard breaches for certain characters instead of, you know, bringing like C4 flashbangs, kind of their
Right.
equipment. They can bring in a hard breach.
A
As-
weapon?
A weapon.
A weapon for hard breaching? Or is it just called a hard breach? Oh,
It's a
shot
hard
across the
breaching
board, but there's a
charge.
crossfire yet again. A double
Friendly
kill going
fire.
over Elo.
Friendly fire coming out from Corn
Big
killing Danny.
shocker. 2-4. Health bars kind of favoring Boise State.
Yellow with
Not
the 1
anymore.
HP still gets an
Triple
elimination.
kill. Is this a 4-piece?
I mean, it could be, but Neon's
Nope,
coming in from
it's
behind,
not.
takes him out.
It is definitely not a 4-piece. He had 1 HP.
Purdue with the plant, though. So now
Ah,
it's going
the
to be
fire.
a 1v3.
Oh, he's watching
And-
this whole long angle here.
Things not looking too good for Neon. Will
Oh.
get shot, taken
Where?
out by Feel Good. We're about to see as they won the round. A wall
Barely
through
saw
a
him.
wall.
Wow.
That's Siege for you. A wall through a wall gets a shot.
That's like the most frustrating aspect of this game to me is those situations are like, okay, I know I died. Someone please tell me where. Please.
Siege got all the angles. You know, you make a single bullet hole about yay big. You stick your gun barrel through there, and you're like, all right, next guy to walk past here, he's dead.
This guy walked past. Ah, pull the trigger. Oh, the rook coming through.
Trying to get those Christmas sweaters out for everybody to increase their health bars now, because the health bars were reworked. It no longer just adds armor for damage reduction. It just adds, I believe, 25 HP to every operator because they reworked how armor and speed works. Every operator has an armor and speed stat. You know, some are 3 speed, 1 armor, some are 2 and 2, some are 3 armor, 1 speed. And the armor directly relates to how much health each operator has.
Okay.
So Rook is a 3 armor, 1 speed. So he has all 3 health bars, whereas other operators only have the tiny little portion or half of it or the full thing.
Are there any operators that have a speed up mechanic for the rest of their team?
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be Finka on the attacker side. She has a adrenaline boost that applies to everybody.
Yes.
Which gives you, I believe, 20 or 30 additional HP. Sam Fisher. There we go. I knew it was Sam.
That's what I said.
Let's go.
It's literally what I said.
You said Flanders.
I did not say
You
Flanders.
definitely said Flanders.
I said Thatcher.
Thatcher's a different character.
Yeah, but I didn't say Flanders.
You said Flanders.
No.
That's why I brought up Ned Flanders.
No, I said Thatcher.
Thatcher's a different character. Thatcher is one of our band operators. That's something we never got to see since we missed the first round, is the ban phase.
Oh.
We did end up banning both the
come on,
Valkyrie
Torn, what are you doing?
and the Cade for defense.
Oh, the kill spread, 11-9.
Yeah, things aren't looking too hot on the side of Boise
This
State
is do
for
or die
kill
round
spread,
for
but
Boise State. They have to be able to
it is match
continue to
point
hold
for this first
off.
map. Since this only is a best of 3, this being the first map, 1st to 7, they have to win this defense, and they have yet to be able to. But returning to the second floor, or sorry, not returning, holding it for the first time, through the floor coming out. But
Whoa.
that was the health system from Thunderbird. They got those little sentries on the ground to give you a little bit of extra boost of temporary HP. Alrighty, first engagement going over to the side of Purdue White, eliminating a ton of life. Even shot Neon through the floor, but didn't know he was actually there.
Yeah.
So there goes half his life bar in 1 bullet.
I mean, you got shot in the toe.
It's all about them toes,
the
man.
first casualty, another one to fall behind. Danny is still alive, though. Oh, boy.
There goes the 0 cam.
Oh, couldn't get it activated.
He did take a little bit of fire while he was on his cam. Same issue that Corrin had when he was on attacker as the thermite. Bullets exchanged from Danny. No elimination. Does not even follow it up.
Boy.
There goes the disconnect once again coming out from Hollow, but Feel Good able to pick up 1. So now it is a 2v5 situation.
Lay in a nest.
Purdue's very close to getting a flawless victory here.
But they won't.
Boise State has the chance. They got 1:10 to defend the site.
Whoa.
Classic.
What power was that? Matrix reloaded.
The high ping lag spike. Oh, had
nice
the head
big
lined
peek.
up.
Will they go for the trade? No. They don't get the flawless, though. Danny's still alive. 1 versus 4. Oh, down the hallway. But, again, didn't get the flawless.
But Purdue does take
takes
map
the first
1.
map.
Will send us to a map number 2. But will it be a 2-0 clean sweep and eliminate Boise State from the up-and-coming semifinals?
It's tough to say. Boise State, in all rosters, are teams that I wouldn't say typically lose on purpose. I mean, if things happen like this in the first round, the first exchange, they'll make huge adjustments to their play style to use the information they gathered from that first round to try and make the best of it moving forward. So it's whether or not we get to see that is a different question.
Yeah, I definitely learned a lot in that matchup. So hopefully going to map number 2, we can learn a little bit more.
I hope so. What is map 2 going to be?
Map 2 should be Villa, which was since we will have to wait and see how that plays out as we take a quick look at a sponsor for the Idaho Central Credit Union, where they, I believe, are currently hiring for a plethora of jobs that you can also sign up for.
Yeah,
iccu.com/careers.
Yeah, make sure to visit them. They are, of course, the best place to work in Idaho, and rightfully so. Idaho Central Credit Union. helping us out. Proud supporter of Boise State Esports as well.
Yeah,
Kudos to them. Also, hashtag big check. But that will do it for the map 1. See whether or not Boise State can come back and figure out the strategies, plans, and motivations to get themselves a tie in the series, or will Purdue White get a clean 2-0 sweep? We'll find out after these quick breaks. Stay tuned. Finger guns.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Welcome to Esports Tower. Our website offers over 350 different fan favorites that are fully customizable. To begin, click on the product category or featured item to get started. To further customize your new gear, click the blue View More Designs button and pick your favorite design. Thank you for visiting the Esports Tower store.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your Guard adventure.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena for tonight's action. Rainbow Six Siege, NACC Elimination Bracket, Boise State versus Purdue White. And unfortunately, Purdue White's got some nasty tricks up their sleeve, and they were able to take that first map. But now without a bit of a challenge, Boise State looking to tie up this series in the map too. Jared Baratucasileone and Brenner Bearlad calling the action for you. Brenner Bear, what kind of adaptation do we hope to see from this Boise State squad moving into map 2?
Hopefully a much more concise idea of what to expect from both whenever they attack or defend, because we are going into a map that ideally we are stronger in and more well known in, whereas hopefully Purdue White might be playing on a map that they're not as comfortable with. But seeing as they are the top seed in the second highest division of the NSCC Collegiate R6 League, they're probably proficient in every map, especially they're only undefeated.
We see professional teams have weak maps all the time. I mean, even currently with Valorant going on, another tactical shooter, we see these professional teams, these organizations that play 16 plus hours a day, or if that, have maps that they refuse to play or don't look forward to playing because they're weak.
It's like Paris and Overwatch. Nobody wants to play that.
And Anubis. Temple of Anubis nobody likes.
Yeah, but
it's
a lot of
2
people
CP
play
map, so
it's Assault. Nobody likes to play the game mode, more like that. But
fair enough.
Here in Siege, you know, we just recently had a map update where 3 of the maps did change. There's new rotations, new places to, hide and shoot through the floor, and just so many differences have occurred between these 2 matches. So going over to match number 2 with a map that hasn't been updated.
Villa.
It will be Villa, a map that Boise State previously used to be their best map, but now with a new team, might have some different strategies, some new things to look forward to. At least Danny will know some of them going into it, but we have to see how well they execute on it. Starting, we do get the band face this time.
Nice. I think it's always so cool to see a team that has had previous rosters. Regardless of whether or not you have a new roster, you have all that information that is researchable. Say, hey, this is the team that we had before. This is a map we did really well on. Look at what we did to make this map ours. And that's something that's, I wouldn't say completely replicatable, but something that can still be picked up on for theories and trends. And the Iana, we'll call her because it's me, taken away. Why would you ban Iana?
So Iana is more of a targeted ban against one of the players of Purdue White because she is like, they have so many hours, and then she's like 3 times the previous person's hours for one of the mains of Purdue White. So it was definitely a more targeted ban for us. And then the Thatcher ban is kind of just required across the board because he has those EMP nades that allow you to hard breach no matter what's on the other side of it.
Oh man.
And same with the mirror ban, which is obviously it's a mirror, so you can see through a wall.
Yeah.
Kind of a little bit broken.
It's really
just
cool.
placing a black mirror, but even with the recent update of being able to break the glass from the other side and make it invisible is very helpful. So, but even then,
never see it. We'll never ever see Sledge banned.
I'd be surprised if we ever did. That's one of those cases of if he was banned, it was a target ban. Like this person's just such a god on Sledge.
Good. Is there anyone that you know of that's that good besides me that requires a target ban on Sledge?
Well, target ban implies we're playing ranked.
Yeah.
And we haven't done that.
Yeah, you haven't seen my power. You've only seen the...
You can't play ranked because Sledge is the only one you have unlocked.
I have one other guy unlocked.
Who?
Capital.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I sure do.
It's been a while.
I've grown a lot since last time we played this game.
You've doubled your roster.
That's 200%.
I mean, yes, that has 2, so it is double.
Yes.
But also, 6-pick. Valkyrie's in the game now. She was banned last time.
Right.
But we swapped out that ban for the Mira this time around. Cade was banned no matter what.
So I don't see the smoke mute combo, but we have the mute bandit and Jaeger combo.
So no smoke this time.
No smoke.
Darn, no smoke kills. No zoning capabilities because he's one of the best defenders. If, they're on site, you want to prevent the bomb, you throw it, it zones them out. So they can't plant where they want to. They have to plant in a not great position. But defending first on Villa is what you want to see from Boise State just because of how well they might not do on this map because new team, new strats, might not have had time to get accustomed to it, whereas Purdue White, this is their consistent roster that we've seen them play in the past. Purdue actually has 3 teams in this tournament. They have Purdue White, Purdue Black, and Purdue Gold. So they got Siege on lockdown, Purdue White being one of their top teams, which is why they're in the top of this division. So definitely a hard opponent to beat. So Boise State has their kind of cut out for them. Their work cut out for them.
Yeah, but taking rounds off of Purdue White in a first exchange of blows, I think, is really important, especially showing that they're not afraid of your seeding. Doesn't matter where you are in the bracket, they're still able to and willing to try and not play you. So let's see whether or not it's going to be the theme. Here it goes. Knock, knock. Wait.
The mute jammer. Killed it.
Good.
So one of the few nice counters to Flores, since it is just a drone, people like Mozzie and Mew are able to just completely take away the importance of it. But as soon as the Mute Jammer is destroyed, it will explode. It's trying to take out that Goyo shield that Danny was holding the angle with, and he will do so.
Can you shoot down the drone to prevent it from blowing up, or does it always blow up?
It's hard to do.
Cool.
I believe it's ever so slightly bulletproof of like, it kind of has its life bar of its own, so you have to shoot a couple times to deny it.
Right. Or
just simply, have the Mute Jammers, have the Mozzie there to just destroy it. Or if you really want to get into it, you take an impact nade and throw it at the ground and just blow it up before it can blow up the important thing. But you never see that happen.
Wall shots here. Exchange of fire, but no damage given over just yet.
Looking for the lawn angle all the way from master bedroom with retrospect, but have to wait and see if he sees anybody. The Ash charge will come out through the floor trying to find any of the toes he wants, but
a little too late on that, but Danny will even up the score. 4-4 left on both sides, and
minute
no
30.
damage being on anyone else's side. 1 minute 30, as you mentioned, left on the clock, which again forces the proactivity out of this Purdue White team. They did find a bomb site. Wonder if they have any inkling as to where the other one is. A nice premonition there, but again, another retreat kill. This time, Retrospect will find it.
Yeah, but he will quickly lose 2 as Purdue White. So all 3 members, as they're even going for the plant, they got on the side very quickly and very aggressively. Danny was not able to get there in time. Got caught out on the rotations. So first round going over to Purdue White, but we got hopefully more than 7 rounds going ahead.
We got the whole thing. You gotta win by 2, so this could go on forever.
No.
Could.
It caps out at 15.
Wow.
So
that's
if it's
a
7
lot
and
of
7,
R6.
then whoever gets the 8th round takes the match.
What? Blackbeard.
Some new faces
And
on
the
both
Legion
sides.
too. And IQ.
The IQ, the Legion. But it looks like Blackbeard will get 6 picked away over back to that Flores.
Oh,
Flores worked
Trixie
out really
Devil.
well for them in the first time, but not banning Flores is definitely costing Boise State right now because they're target banning that Ayana.
Yeah, just let it through. What's the worst that could happen?
Death.
Yeah.
I mean, Boise State is fighting for their life to stay in this tournament right now for the NECC.
Right.
So this being a recorded match, NECC did play their finals. So
Right.
we do know the outcome. We will not state it here because
I don't know it.
I will not say what happens in
This is a mystery to me.
NECC because I keep up with that being part of the Rainbow Six Siege
This
community.
is live to me, okay?
I mean, it definitely is.
They could
And
very
this
well
match,
be behind me playing right now.
I don't remember what also happens in a lot of these rounds because it was a while ago since it was recorded. So I'm definitely watching some stuff, even some friendly exchange between the 2 drones. Or, yeah, 2 drones. He's running around.
Horn is definitely not a drone.
I mean, he's throwing cameras everywhere.
Yeah, but he's a player. He's a character.
He didn't shoot the drone, though.
Yeah, but that's because he was a friendly man.
So he's a drone.
No, he just speaks drone.
You speak drone?
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
I don't know how. Ask him.
How do you know he's speaking drone if you don't know how to speak drone?
I've heard it. Doesn't mean I can speak it.
What does it sound like?
You ever heard Spanish and can speak Spanish? No.
Yeah.
Based off just being able to hear it?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Like the word gallete?
What's that?
Gallete means shut up in Spanish.
Is that cayete?
I learned that from my 4th grade
Blackbeard is
teacher.
Berto? True.
Let's go, Doc.
What's happening?
I believe we crashed again.
Oh.
You
I
gotta
was about to say,
love
there's no gun that has this many bullets, I'm sure, right?
No, there is. Zofia has a 150 round LMG.
That was well over by that point. There's no way.
You'd be surprised. You can hold down left click for a very long time. And if you love Capitao so much, he has a 100 round LMG. So
That's true. I know that because I main him. You know how many rounds are in the
this side I
sledgehammer?
have. Yeah, I made him.
You know how many rounds are in the sledgehammer? 0.
Like
How
30.
many rounds?
The sledgehammer has a certain number of uses. It breaks if you use it too much.
No, because by the time I'm done killing everybody with it, it's full.
I mean, that's only 5 uses if you.
That's what I'm saying. I
Whack
don't
'em
run out.
with it.
You ever play whack-a-mole in R6?
No, because there's no way. Well, no, you can. You can duck under the sledge swing. So I guess if you go up in certain times, it would work.
Oh, I know. That's how they counter me.
I mean, there's in Siege custom games. There's Michael Myers. We see that in a lot of game modes. So you can run around and do it that direction.
If you want to run away from Michael Myers, just play Dead by Daylight.
He is in the game. He's the shape.
He's scary.
Very true.
Tier 3
Once
Michael
again,
Myers,
a completely different game that we get sidetracked on.
It's on Steam, so it has some correlation.
Yes. Let's go with that.
Exactly.
Big brain. But as we watch Boise State back on the same site they just lost on,
Right.
going for kind of the same setup, same operators, but they do change it up with an Aruni this time around. Not going to go with that Legion who didn't really get the value you wanted to see. And also on the side of Purdue, we're going to see the Jackal come out. So once again, Rainbow Six Siege with their toes. It's going to keep an eye out.
Be careful, yeah.
And since we did end up crashing, we can see that Boise State won the defensive
They were
round.
able to win it, yeah.
But that means they won on a different defensive site. So
Sure.
now they're back to the one that they did lose on. So I have to wait and see if they'll be able to hold it out, as already the Jackal's pretty much clearing all of the first floor because he can see those footprints of prior ops. Have to see how that plays out. Not pays out. Could pay out if they win.
Yeah, there's no money in this game, though.
Maybe later on. Later down the tournament if we make it that far, but we'll have to wait and see. Purdue is trying to make that money as well. Will be scouted out that he's coming through the window, but without that sledge, he's going to have to melee it open.
Still waiting. Danny's got a really good angle here, as we can see. Of course, the players don't have these kind of outside perspective with all the silhouettes being lit up, but we do because we're cool. And that really does offer Danny an opportunity here. Maybe one present immediately. We've seen a 1 versus 3 as they keep darting in front of him. Gets a nice tag there on Sluice.
Corn getting taken out first by that Jackal while
nice
roaming.
shots across the board, but again, 4 versus 5. Well, Yellow barely getting himself to safety. Danny almost suffering a casualty there as well. Forced to run away.
Twitch chat coming alive right now with the Rainbow Six
Popping
Siege.
off.
Love to see it, but Hollow watching out for the member directly below him of Purdue White, trying to get those toes, but seems that he will not be able to get it.
1 HP.
He's gonna have to run away because there is no attacker that can heal you other than Finka.
Surprise.
She is not here. Gets the hello there off, destroying the batteries. We'll be able to hard breach into that A site. Zofia gets another elimination.
Oh, you hate to see it. Danny being taken down, but 2 full health members for Boise State.
Drop shot.
Drop one down. 2 versus 4. Make it 1 versus 4. We've seen retrospect in this position prior. Can they pull it off, though?
So 1v4. He's got that MP7 with the higher rate of fire. Wins 1, but loses a lot of life. Now barely above half. He has a chance.
Does have a chance. 100%.
Not a not a
Just a
100% chance, but
Yeah, it has a 100% chance
have the possibility of him winning.
the possibility of potentially winning. 100% of the time works. 56% of the time.
Is that how that works?
Sometimes.
Is that math? Is that how math works?
There's numbers in it, so it's definitely math.
You're not wrong. But Boise State will once again get a DC, so we will have to wait and see how that plays out. Sticking with kind of the consistent operator picks that we've seen
Disconnect.
so much. I mean, campus Wi-Fi is only so strong.
It is very strong. Haha.
It's
not.
It's not. Perks of living at an apartment just outside of campus.
Yeah,
Better
where it's
internet.
not filtered or flooded. One day, the ISPs here will really step it up. I believe in them.
Comcast.
They have fiber optic cable being developed.
It's Comcast. Comcast ain't that good.
No. You ever heard of TDS Fiber?
I know.
Not a sponsor.
Don't we
but
have fiber here?
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we
So
have
now
good
we just need
internet
it
here.
everywhere.
We saw the doc.
Doc's coming back.
Doc's coming back and kind of a...
I mean, we've seen a lot of times Boise State has an engagement come out of it low health. The
Right.
doc could definitely help them.
yeah,
so
the
could the
Thunderbird.
Thunderbird.
Just wasn't enough. Really, that's an issue.
I mean,
Doc-
Thunderbird does more than Doc because she has 3. Doc has 3 shots.
yeah, that's the same.
No.
Bomb located by attack.
So the way Thunderbird works is she sets down essentially 3 sentries that heal you in an AoE if you get within their proximity.
Yeah, but
Doc
they're not
can
cool.
shoot you, but he only has 3 bullets.
Perfect. That's all you need.
That's why we don't see Doc played as much.
Why don't we
Just-
have Thunderbird here then? Why
Maybe
the
they're
Doc
just
over
not-
the Thunderbird?
10 seconds to go.
Probably because the player playing them prefers one or the other.
Oh, okay.
They need the more intel gathering that we see from like the Valkyrie or retrospect on the Malusi
Right.
with those AoE slowing. We're also going to see Danny on the Mozzie trying to counteract that
3
Flores.
speed right here. This is zooming.
He's got that Aussie speed.
Yeah. Aussie speed.
Mozzie's the Aussie, as we like to say.
Oh.
You can hear it in Ned's
I
accent.
didn't hear it.
Yeah, no, he's an Aussie.
Oh.
He
okay.
talks about his mom's meat pies all the time. It's great.
wrong
He's a
with
great
that?
character. And the best
Sounds
part,
good to me.
the best part is the voice actor for Mozzie streams Rainbow Six Siege all the time.
Yeah.
And he's a riot. So
Ooh,
shout out to the
footsteps.
Mozzie voice actor. But
Oh, we'll be tracked.
it's after them feet, man.
Watch out for their
Jackal's all
toes.
about it.
Got stuff on your shoes, bud.
Purdue White also taking a strat from Boise State, drone ahead, have a person, 2 feet behind it, so they're able to breach and clear, essentially. Without the breaching, it's droning and clearing.
Right. One early casualty, and unfortunately will be Danny on that Mozzie. So the Aussie will be taking a little bit of a siesta here. Horn will follow suit. Three members remain versus a full stacked 5 Purdue White roster.
Yeah, Jack will be getting that foot scan, led him right to Corn, and Corn couldn't do anything about it.
We busted in.
Yeah, they get second floor control as there's no remaining member of Boise State on second floor, I believe, because retrospect would be below. So they have that second floor control, so they can just start raining down a ton of damage right on top of the site.
Right.
We'll have to wait and see how that pans out, because that Zofia can open up a ton of the floor space, open up the bomb site, so when they go for plant, they have aerial view. So
it's a tough game. This is unlike a lot of other tactical shooters, maybe in pacing very similar, but the fact that it almost feels like you don't want to afford the opportunity to have to fight for a retake.
Yeah, it definitely, because you're playing the defender operators,
right?
So you don't want to be all defender sided, and now the attackers are defenders and have that side swap.
Yeah, you're forced to attack with your defenders that should have been able to defend, but you couldn't.
Exactly. So now you have to re-attack the site when you have the defender set of guns versus the attacker set, and now the attackers are defending, so they're gonna have the advantage. As we jump right back into a flawless round coming out. So Purdue White had some great angles on Boise State and blocked those rotations after they kind of just made him go into a panic. So then Lucy will end up falling. So now it is 1-3 for Purdue White. Just take a look at the standings. Not a ton of kills on the side of Boise State since they've been losing so many of the rounds, but it's 1st to 7, so they got 4 more, and the sides will swap in 2 more rounds.
2 more rounds. Boise State can maybe show whether or not this is an attacker favored map, but then again, you know, this is there was their map.
Was there? As this is a new roster, there may not be their map.
Ooh, the
Ella.
No, I just like saying it wrong on purpose. The Mute.
But
the pick 6.
2?
Smoke.
Okay, it is smoke. We agree it's smoke.
Yeah. Smoke. You can't really do that one different, can you?
Smog.
What?
Smog.
Smock?
Smog.
Like
it's
a
like his
smock
joke.
you wear? Like for
smog.
art?
It's just smog.
Smock.
It's like the Cheems equivalent. It's smog. What?
No.
It's Cheems.
No.
That's a meme thing.
No.
That's
not allowed. I mean, this worked really well for them in the first map, so I hope this will also provide a boon for success. Provide a boon.
We talked earlier.
Oh.
Opening up the hatch.
Time.
They want to have those rotations because there is a window directly underneath and to the left of that hatch, and we've seen previous members of Purdue White come through that exact window, so that allows them that sideline to try to take him out if he goes for the same rotation. The drone directly underneath will be scouted out.
Whoa.
No more friendly side-to-side jig. Got to murder the drone because Boise State is down. This is still a 5v5. No early peaks coming out as well with the spawn peaks.
Where Corn is too, right above 2 members.
Yellow going for the same play through the window, but it seems he's there this time. He's going to bail as soon as they open the window. Going for the rotation through the main door.
But this cool cam. This guy's upside down. You can't see him standing on the wall, so he's just hanging.
He's Batman. He's Spider-Man.
Oh, he barely misses out. Actually, no, he whiffed a lot. But that's sometimes that happens. 50-50.
And at the same time, Hollow disconnected once again. So now it went from a 5v5 to a 3v5, losing 2 members back to back.
They shot out his net, his internet. Shot it out from
They DDoSed him.
Well, that's not very nice.
But he came back very quickly, so that's nice. And Danny made sure to try to even up the score there. Gets the elimination with his Mac 10 holding the stairs with that smog.
Shotgun time.
Perks of having a really good secondary allows you to get that primary for the close range with the shotgun. But he had the sideline, is going to get a 2-piece, but
I will only say that if you sub. We'll only say that if you sub.
Say what?
What's on the screen?
Go right ahead.
I'm not going to say it until they sub.
Oh, let's see it happen then. Calling him out.
Calling you out. Throwing down the gauntlet, the money gauntlet, a.k.a. the wallet.
But Purdue White had
a wallet. They're taking away this with great force and stuff in their pockets.
They're proving why they are at the top of the Champions Division.
Right.
And we had 5 divisions for the NECC. We're in the second one. So this team
coming through.
just barely wasn't able to make it to the very top. But
Wamai. And the Thunderbird. Ah! And a Vigil coming out.
For the longest time, I used to say Virgil, just because that's how I read the name. And I was like, wait, there's no R. Exactly. So it took me so long to go over to the Vigil. But
Rooney as well. 6 pick into the
last
mute.
attacking round for Purdue White. And it's a 4-1.
Yeah.
You know, Siege very traditionally has been a defender-sided game because you get to sit, camp the corners. They have to push you.
Yeah.
You know, with a shotgun, you're always going to one-shot kill people.
Yeah.
So things look good for you. But Purdue White showing why they're the top-seeded team of the Champions Divisions and why they've been doing so well in this collegiate scene. So now with kind of everything on the line for Boise State here, they need to win at least this one round of defense so they can have a chance to have a pretty clean sweep on attack and not give away too many rounds to Purdue White.
See, you know a lot about this game, but what you don't know is this map is actually attacker-sided.
It could be.
Yeah.
I mean, the meta changes very often, and especially with how guns balancing is after, you know, the operator balances with the castle change as well as many others that came into fruition. It definitely can change what maps are sided which way because certain sidelines might just favor other people. The attackers, you know, they might take out a wall. Now you can't camp in this corner because now it's a hallway. So it could definitely be a huge change. We saw that on the case of both Bank and Coastline, 2 of the other maps that we really haven't seen a whole lot of this season. We saw Coastline a bit more just because it's a very well-played map for our roster in prior matches. A map that we kind of won consistently, but for this matchup, we weren't able to get that pick because it was banned actually quite early on. So had to do with what we got, and already things are
bomb already.
It's easy to know. The bomb site can only be in so many places.
I found both of them though.
Exactly, they found them very quickly because they are right across each other, both in statue and trophy room. So Boise State gonna have to play it tight to the chest here, as most members sticking close to the site. Roamers haven't been able to pay off for them, as we've seen with Korn. Going up against Yellow, constantly losing that battle, is finally gonna just stick to the site he knows very well. He knows he's there, can see him.
Can't get him to peek just enough for the pixel shot. They know that someone's down the hallway into the bathroom though. What a cool shower, by the way.
It's definitely more open than anyone I've ever seen, but
how many things there are. Uh-oh, here comes the breach.
Perfect cutting away from that line from the Thermite, but a great LMG play coming out from Swas. Will get traded out with Retrospect though. Trying to refrag for his teammate, but Neon is down.
Neon's down, that's a double kill.
We'll get res
2
though.
confirmed kills on the side of Boise State though.
And
here comes
healed
those
up.
sentries. Oh my gosh, Danny with a lick of health left. Unfortunately though, won't be the same case for Retrospect, and Hollow Spider is also down. 1 HP, just a sneeze onto Danny, he'll fall as well.
Yeah, that's where Thunderbird comes in. You got to run to her healing sentries. That could keep him alive. The prone shot will be able to take him out.
Popped up, didn't check the cross angle. It's just the 1 HP Danny versus the Dream. Going into this 2 and 4 would have been perfect, but they cannot do it. Purdue White getting themselves up 5-1.
So now swapping sides. It's up to Purdue White to pretty much win 2.
All they need to win is 2. Boise State has a very tall mountain to climb. See if they got the gear to do it, as we see what operators they choose to pick. And if they don't pick Sledge, then they're even trying. Yes,
Oof, called out Boise
yes.
State.
The answer is yes, you guys are trying.
So what you're telling me is I need to make a strat around. Oh, there he is.
Well, then they're trying to win, ladies and gentlemen. And it's on Danny
confirm.
too.
Assuming it's not 6 picked away.
They just want to mess with me.
It could be.
Don't you do that.
They probably won't.
Yeah,
this lineup works out very well because you have Sledge for consistent soft breaching. You have the IQ to see the gadgets through the wall. You have the Flores to destroy and allow you to hard breach to destroy those gadgets, as well as the IQ who can do it through the floor. Cosmo coming in saying hi as well, but with the defense on the side of Purdue White seeing very strong. They have a lot of 3-speed operators of, you know, the Malusi as well as the Alibi, so they expect to have control of the map.
That's actually big brain.
placing it on a
The bookcase strat.
yeah.
Everyone do
get
that.
the height. Well, because a lot of people can hear you do it. He's not even anywhere near the site. He's on the first floor on the other side of the building.
Yeah, but it looked cool.
10 seconds
The
remaining.
drone
If there
play
were
can
style
be very
points in this
strong.
game, would have just cashed him in.
I mean, if there were style points, then we'd have skins, but sadly those could be
True.
game breaking, so
True.
not allowed. Because if we were going on style points, then with Jaeger, everyone would be running the skeleton head,
Of course.
because it's the best.
Yeah.
The best cosmetic in Siege, but it's not allowed,
No,
sadly.
Rick and
So
Morty skins.
there is,
Yeah.
there's a pickle
Sledge
Rick
is
skin.
one of them. Sledge
Is
has
there?
one of them. Yep.
How do you know this? You
I
don't
know the
play-
game. I told you I know this game.
Have you been playing Siege without me?
You make fun of me every time I do. Boise State really showing that they're not taking any funny business so far in this swap on the attack versus defense.
First blood going over to Sledge on Danny.
Why are you surprised? Sledge is the best. I'm telling you this the whole time.
As we all know, this is an operator-favored game, not player-favored. All about the ops you pick.
Danny just was able to pick the right operator here.
It's been working out for him so far, as it has been the operator that has one of the few that's been in the game since day one. So you get pretty accustomed to how their gun feels, what their specialties and weaknesses are, especially having those 2 frag grenades that can definitely secure some kills. We haven't seen a frag grenade elimination yet.
A bomb is
Yeah.
located.
Shots around the corner. It's going to be Korn trying to find someone. Long peek at these angles. Maybe goes for the crossfire with a teammate. Does not find
Upside
anything
down.
just yet. Shot through the wall.
Flashbang.
Get himself barely a safety with the 1 HP. The retreat flashbang will actually get Feel Good Inc. into a good position for defense, but I thought sacrificing a lot of health here. Danny going for some tacticals, going through.
Grenade elimination coming in, maybe.
Attackers
Get a lot of
Knocked
damage
down.
onto him, but won't be able to get that. We'll end up losing both Korn in retrospect, though. So now Boise State's on their back foot in a 3v4 situation, not even having the health advantage anymore.
No, not really.
Boise State has to put it all on the line right now, as they only have 2 rounds before they might get eliminated from the NECC Collegiate Tournament.
Oh,
But
nice peek.
Danny
Finds
able
himself
to
going
bring it
across
back.
the door to
Neon
find
get
it.
ones
3-2.
as well. So they went from 4-3 to 3-2.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what you gotta love about Siege. It just changes that quickly. The flashbang coming in will get him even based off proximity as well, but not gonna get pushed.
Yeah.
Attackers have dropped.
I
Perks
guess
of
they waited
having
for
the
the
smoke.
settling down.
Yeah, only 30 seconds on the board, so the pressure's on for Boise just to even get on site
Looking
and
for
get the
this kind of
diffuser
low
down.
con too. The low slow con on the other side.
So instead he wins the race, right?
So they say, look, he's not even like crawling across this floor.
Bomb
So
located
much
by
deterrent. The smoke's doing some major work here.
Danny
They got a
taken
2v2.
out though.
1 versus 2. Danny will fall. It's going to be Spida alone. No
Not-
time.
I mean, it was the last-ditch effort push that they had to do. The smoke was just zoning them out
Jumping
so well.
out.
They couldn't push through the safe, as the bar with smoke had the sideline was able to take out Danny as well.
Questionable. The double flash commit with no push is kind of the big question mark of that round for me.
Yeah, especially if you got the flash off, made him retreat into safe. You can hear his footsteps as well through that direction. So they had every moment to push through. They didn't even want to push through the smoke toxic gas. So the last
The
round for Boise
glass.
State possibly.
With the echo coming out. No Dokkaebi. Sag.
Yeah, big Sag. I actually almost bought that poster.
Big Sag.
Yeah.
That's all it says.
Oh, all it says is Sag with the Pepe on it.
Oh.
I'll show it to you later. I almost bought it for my wall, and I was like, no one's going to get this but, like, me and my 4 friends. So
It's a different language, the internet, sometimes.
Twitch is its own language.
True.
And we all love it.
Big true.
You know,
Boise State, 1-6. Very tall mountain, and it just kept getting taller.
it's match and game point right now. Everything
If
is on
they
the
don't
line here
win-
from Boise State.
If they don't win
They're out.
6 back-to-back,
Yep.
5 back-to-back.
No, they have to win 6.
No, 5. They win by 2. So they get to 6.
Purdue
if they win
has-
5, they get to 6
They'll
to
be
6.
tied.
If they win 5 back-to-back, then Purdue White can win 1. And then because it wins by 2 at 7.
Math.
Math. So Boise State just has to win 5 back-to-back.
It'll be a tie.
Definitely possible.
Well, I mean,
Seen crazier stuff.
Siege is one of those games where it's probably the one game that's going to be possible. The run out with the C4, trying to pick one up will
If
not.
that would have popped off, I would have.
Maybe in quick match, but not here in competitive ranked Siege.
Was he throwing it into a dangerous range? It didn't feel like he could chuck it far enough.
He's got to throw in an armor. I mean,
He's got a cannon. He's the
he
Tom
doesn't
Brady.
have a robot
The
arm.
Tom Brady of sorts.
He's got that Aussie arm, though.
Oh, shoot, the Aussie
Mozzie
arm.
with the
They don't
Aussie
even
arm.
play football down there. Down under.
Down under.
Down under.
Sadly, it is all down to this, though. Because Boise State has definitely had an issue going up against Purdue as, once again, they lose first blood. Korn going down first has been kind of a consistent thing. That is not very good, as he has been one of the many roamers. And yellow on the Kavera is just that much more of a possible BM here, because she is
Silent.
a more of a meme character, being
Not
dead
meme.
silent, interrogating, has a permanently silenced pistol that is meant to down you so she can interrogate you. We'll have to wait and see how this plays out, because he saw the barrel,
Silence.
the shotgun.
Interrogation.
The interrogation
Tell me where they are.
goes off, and now the entire team of Purdueite can see all of the members of Boise State where they are in real time.
That's really cool, actually.
That's
We've seen Boise State pull off that though before.
in a prior season. Yes, we have,
Yeah.
when they were doing much better than they are now.
It's all learning experience. That's what we
Yeah,
do here at
this is-
Boise State.
This is definitely the first season of this team being together, and so as well as they did, even if win or lose, first season they had a great showing. They did great in the season, got second highest division, which is a huge accomplishment even as that. But
Talking
Danny's
like it's over, but Danny's got other things to say. He's still on live retrospect. Retrospect is still here as
in
well.
Siege, it is totally possible for a comeback right now.
2
They
versus
can
4. It's all about
completely
getting
come
these
back.
angles. 1 minute on the board. Swoos looking for these angles. Here comes possibly, here comes a
Flores.
giant explosive drone. Maybe find someone with their pants on the ground. It doesn't stick, but it definitely pushes them out. I think with that vision, that's enough information, and they do use it. Danny and Retrospect keeping the Boise State dreams alive. And they push themselves forward. Nice shots down the hallway. Will be a tag of sorts.
I mean, right now it's neck and neck between these two teams. Zamazi is holding them all back by himself right now. But the Jaeger's holding that silently, so as soon as they try to push through that door, they might get taken out.
Coming. Shot still going through.
15 seconds to go.
It's a bit silence. It's hard to detect.
There goes
10 seconds
Retro.
remaining. It's 1 versus 3, and it's not enough. Boise State cannot do it, and Purdue White will take the map, take the series, and they'll go on eliminating Boise State. Shoot.
Definitely hard.
Dang it.
Boise State was definitely more comfortable on that Oregon map, as
Yeah.
that has probably been the most played map of this series in NEC as a whole, because Oregon is, ever since the rework, definitely been a favorite. But not getting knocked out for as far as we went, I definitely think we did very well for a brand new team, only having 1 returning player.
Yeah.
We learned a lot. Hopefully we can learn much more in the coming season.
I mean, taking rounds off of an undefeated team, impressive in and of itself. And with this being, I wouldn't say a new program, but a new roster, there's always that room for growth. And I hope this doesn't discourage anyone from kind of using this loss as a springboard for success. This is the motif of the Boise State esports program. In fact, I got a little script myself. Outlearn, outplay, outprep. Oh, outplan. I should have planned this. Outplan, outprep,
Use
outplay.
the sticker that he's reading.
I didn't even use the sticker. It's too shiny. This is just so beautiful.
It's a holographic sticker.
Yeah, because
Boise State.
it's a shiny.
That's why you come to Boise State. You get 6
You get the stickers and
The
these cool
best.
shirts. Just kidding. I got this from the blue and orange store.
I mean, I'm wearing my sweaty calm shirt, but I can't really take off my Christmas sweater. It's
It's
a bit
Christmas.
too important.
Well, in
It's
the
Christmas sweater.
spirit of everything, I think I have an answer for this already. But with the way that things went, you feel like there's a leader amongst this Boise State roster. Someone who maybe performed a little bit higher than the teammates.
For this
Someone
game
you wanted to at least highlight for tonight.
So we definitely had an first time interesting roster of learning everybody's playstyle, who fits where. We definitely had some standout players, and as their coach, I'm not going to say who my favorite child was. And so
it was me.
Boise State team. It was
The
Baratel.
Boise State
It was
team.
Baratel. He carried you the whole time. We all
I
know
sure
this.
did. The beard and all.
100%.
I think, again, admirable performance on everyone. Clutch moments kind of shared throughout. So, you know, it's hard to put a pinpoint on anyone. So, yeah, kudos
Parents
all
never
around.
say who their favorite child is, and I know some of my kids are watching the stream, so I will not say.
Yeah, you
but
still have one. You just won't say it.
You're not wrong, but they'll interrogate me later and be like, so who's your favorite? It's none of your business.
Fair enough.
I have to hold better standard. But
with all of this kind of wrapping up here for Boise State, any big takeaways, anything to look forward for as a fan, as yourself kind of in the driver's seat for coaching?
So going into the next season, we are sticking with a bigger roster. There are 2 teams going into next semester as we were able to expand it out. So possibly some siege in the future, some good things to look forward to for sure. And I know these players are going to grow. I've played with them to this day, going to keep in contact. So things to look forward to after winter break.
Maybe a little practice during winter break.
Maybe learning some more strats.
I'll teach them how to sledge.
Ooh, we got it. I'll put that on the docket.
A resident sledge main myself. Or if you want to learn how to recruit, hit me up.
Everyone knows how to recruit.
No, not like me.
That is probably very true. No one can recruit like that.
That will do it for tonight for some R6 action. Thank you so much for stopping by, everybody. Really do appreciate it. And if we do have them, look at some maybe possible top 5 plays. Of course, always presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With over 10 jobs, offering a $20,000 sign-on bonus and a degree of your choice, paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard truly is the best team out there. Let's check out those top 5 plays. Have a good night, everybody.